Good day, everyone. My name is Mark Jason Dungog, a PhD student of Northwestern Mindanao State College of Science and Technology, and together with me is my professor, Dr. Joel T. Aclao, and we are here to share to you a study on the competence and lived experiences of school heads in managing school operations and resources, a mixed methods analysis. Effective school leadership has long been acknowledged as a key driver in the delivery of quality education. Research consistently highlights this, that successful school leaders demonstrate a diverse set of competencies, which includes strategic planning, organizational management, and resource allocation. When school leaders effectively exercise these competencies, they foster an environment that promotes both organizational efficiency and educational excellence. However, in many contexts, the operational challenges facing school heads extend beyond basic management to encompass the complexities of resource limitations and policy implementation. In the Philippines, in particular, the challenges confronting school heads are amplified by a highly resource-constrained environment. In fact, many of the news confirm that the public school system serves serving over 27.2 million Filipinos often grapples with limited resource in an inadequate infrastructure and the complex task of providing quality education to a diverse student population. This is where the study comes in, where DepEd also highlighted that DepEd needs strong leaders to manage the public schools. So the focus of this study is to determine the school head's level of competence in managing school operations and resources, to explore the difference of these competencies when grouped according to school size, to describe their lived experiences in managing school operations and resources, and to identify the technical assistance needs of school heads to improve their performance in managing the operations and resources of the school. For the research methodology, the study utilized a sequential explanatory mixed methods. For the setting, the study was conducted in the division of Misamis Occidental, Region 10, Northern Mindanao, which covered 14 municipalities, 296 public elementary schools, and 31 secondary schools. As to the respondents and the participants, there were 230 public school teachers, which were selected via multi-stage sampling, and for the participants, at least 3 years or more in terms of their service, and there were 10 participants who were selected using the inclusion criteria. In terms of the research instrument, the quantitative data were collected using the Competence in Managing Operations and Resources questionnaire, a researcher-developed instrument grounded in the Philippine Professional Standards for Schools framework of the Department of Education. While this questionnaire was self-constructed, this still adhered to the standardization principles, as this employed verbatimly the indicators of the Domain 2 of the said framework, which assess the school head's competencies in managing school operations and resources. And in terms of the qualitative phase, the study utilized a semi-structured interview guide. So the data collection happened in two ways: an online survey using Google Form and a face-to-face interview for the semi-structured interview guide, which was prepared for the participants. As to ethical considerations, the study, in an utmost manner, protected the research respondents and the participants. The use of anonymity in terms of the physical uh, aspect and the name of the participants were protected. As to confidentiality and informed consent were all upheld in the conduct of the study. And in terms of data analysis, to answer the quantitative research questions and the quantitative phase, the use of mean, standard deviation, and ANOVA were utilized. And for the qualitative phase, the use of thematic analysis. For the results and discussion, Table 1 presents an overview of the perceived competence of school heads in managing school operations and resources as rated by their teachers. The majority of the school heads are rated within Career Stage 3 across all constructs, reflecting proficiency in particularly in management of staff, which recorded the highest mean. This suggests that school heads excel in fostering collaboration, motivation, and professional growth among staff, essentials, essential aspects of effective leadership. However, the comparatively lower mean in records management indicates that school heads may need additional support in enhancing their administrative competencies relating to documentation and recording or record keeping. This gap points to the need for the targeted professional development to ensure school heads are fully equipped to manage administrative tasks effectively. As shown in Table 2, the results of the one-way ANOVA revealed significant difference in teachers' perceptions of school heads' competence across different school sizes in all areas of management. For records management, a significant F value indicates that school size influences how teachers perceive the effectiveness of school leadership in handling administrative tasks. Similarly, in financial management, having an F value of 8.16, the analysis suggests that smaller schools with simpler financial structures are perceived to have more effective leadership. In the area of school facilities and equipment, teachers in larger schools reported greater challenges reflecting the increased complexity of maintaining facilities in those settings. For staff management, an F value of 11.15, the analysis showed that smaller schools were viewed as having more effective leadership, likely due to closer communication and more manageable staff members. In school safety for disaster preparedness, an F value of 7.24, which the results suggest that managing safety protocols is more challenging in larger schools due to logistical complexities. And finally, the management of emerging opportunities and challenges having an F value of 12.98. The analysis indicates that the school heads in smaller schools are perceived as more effective at navigating new initiatives in this particular setting. The experiences of the participants underwent initial coding, resulting to 8 sub-themes, then clustered into 4 pseudo-themes, which captured the essential aspects of the lived experiences of the participants as shown in Table 4. The theme clusters are as follows: strategic leadership and adaptability, resource mobilization and optimization, collaboration and stakeholder engagement, and challenges and personal growth. These clusters reflect the key elements of how the participants navigated the roles and strategies as they employed managing school operations and resources effectively. While having those problems and concerns earlier, The question then now is, what technical assistance are needed by school heads in managing school operations and resources? Now, to answer that, these were some of the things they shared. There are two themes here, two theme clusters, and these are manifested on the following sub-themes. To start with, the first theme explored on the leadership skills and development and adaptability. This is manifested on the following sub-themes: adaptive leadership training, school heads need this; building decision-making confidence; collaborative networking and peer support; establishing peer support systems; and mentoring and guidance from experienced leaders. On the second theme cluster, the school heads also need technical assistance on accountability and transparent resource management. We know for a fact that the Department of Education followed, strictly observed the Republic Act 9184, and they need assistance on this, such as transparent reporting and financial management and community engagement and accountability mechanism. Having all those results and discussions, the study's findings are the following. In terms of the school head's competence, the teachers rated them as the career stage 3 across all management areas. Um, this includes records, finance, facilities, staff, disaster preparedness, and challenges. It can also be observed that in terms of perceptions according to school size, small schools received the highest competence ratings, while medium schools ranked second, while and large schools received the lowest rating. The study also found that in terms on the lived experiences of the participants, these are shown in the following experiences. As a theme cluster, firstly, strategic leadership and adaptability, where participants emphasize flexible planning and responsiveness. They also shared about resource management and optimization, where they experienced focusing on efficient allocation despite constraints. They also shared about collaboration and stakeholder engagement, where they highlighted transparency and inclusive decision making, and fourthly, on their challenges and personal growth, where the participants reflected on professional development through the ongoing challenges they experience while managing school operations and resources. Now, there is also an area as to the technical assistance that they need. Firstly, they need adaptive leadership and financial transparency training. They need strategic resource utilization assistance, technical assistance, and unstructured mentorship programs. So, having this in study concluded that school heads in smaller schools have better performance in managing school operations resources. And also, school heads faced a range of challenges that demand resilience, adaptability, and strategic approach. They also need to engage with diverse stakeholders and to engage oneself on ongoing leadership skills and development, and as well as their capacity to lead through targeted technical assistance, as provided in the findings of the study. These are the references. Thank you.